And there's our first fish. Took that fire bead worm, rainbow trout. Let's let him go back. Healthy fish. This is Steve Galetta with Wind River Outdoor Company and American Trout Water. And today we are talking about winter nymph fishing in Wyoming. We are here on a medium to large size trout river, as you can see here behind us. We are going to be targeting the slower, deeper water in the bottom end of this run. This upper, faster and medium pace water is really great summertime water. When the water is warmer, the fish are more active, their metabolism is higher. But today we've had a lot of colder temperatures. It's in the 40s today. Perfect temperature to come out and do some winter fishing. But the water temperature in the upper 30s, low 40s, these fish tend to be holding in the slower moving water at the tail out down here. So we're going to be fishing that today. With an indicator nymph rig. We're going to be fishing a 3/4 inch to 1 inch strike indicator. Either an Oros or thingamabobber works fine. And then we're going to be fishing 2 nymphs. Today we're going to start out with a hot bead San Juan worm and a carpet bug sow bug imitation. I try to keep fly selection very simple in the wintertime. Midges, small nymphs, worms, and sow bugs on this water. It's not as much about what they're eating. There's less for these fish to eat this time of year. It's more about presentation and finding the right holding water in this size river. We're going to be fishing a 9-foot, 6-inch, 6-weight fly rod. A lot of people tend to fish a 6-weight fly rod, but those extra 6 inches are really important for line management on the water, for stack mending, and for turning over rigs like this when you're fishing a lot of weight, 2 flies, a big indicator, a 9-foot tapered leader. That extra 6 inches just does wonders, which you'll see here in a minute when you're achieving the perfect drift for winter nymph fishing. So let's hit the water and see if we can find some fish today. This box here is indicative of a basic winter nymph assortment for fishing around Wyoming. Just have some small mayfly nymphs. I actually really like some soft tackle mayfly nymphs. Sometimes I fish these soft tackle nymphs behind a streamer, kind of low and slow. Just some basic worm patterns, sow bugs, fire bead and non-fire bead sow bugs, some jig nymphs, some basic perdigon assortment here, and then some assorted midges all the way from copper ribbed RS2, red black midges, root beer midges, standard zebra midges. But you can have a lot of success, again, just locating rear water and fishing very basic flies and fishing them well with a good drift. You can have a lot of success in these winter months. Okay, so we're all rigged up, we're ready to fish, we're in the water, we're at the kind of lower portion of this really nice run here. Right where the current kind of starts to slow up, you have some soft water on the inside here. We're going to be starting by casting our flies up high in the drift, letting them sink. Kind of this will be the main zone right here where we expect our flies to kind of get down to the bottom with this indicator nymph rig. And then we're going to start feeding slack and controlling our drift as it gets down here below us. We'll be in the strike zone where the fish are, kind of directly in front of me and then down below me here. Let's give it a go. We're going to strip out a good amount of line. This is a big river. This is a pretty big drift. We're going to have a lot of line to control. Like I mentioned before, this 9-foot 6-inch rod does wonders for controlling your drift, having that extra length. We're going to get our rod tip up high, nice little S-curves. We have a little bit of slower water in between us and the indicator, so we will be having to do some downstream mends through here. But as the indicator gets below us, we're just going to feed some slack into this drift here. Oh, and there's our first fish. Got a lot of line to pick up here onto our reel. It's always best to get that slack on your reel as soon as you can. Fish is still fighting pretty well. Just get that rod angle low, get a lot of leverage on that fish. Want to try to play our fish as quickly as we can. No reason to put any extra fatigue on these trout. Once our indicator's to the top of our rod tip, we're going to raise up our rod and scoop them up in the net. Nice rainbow. Ate the worm here. Get in. Jasper approves. Took that fire bead worm. So that fish, as we caught that first fish, was a little bit below us. I'm going to take a few steps downriver, pretty deep run, but same thing, casting upstream. As that indicator comes down, just going to get that rod tip up high, put a little bit of slack into it. Little men downriver here. Just going to feed a little bit more slack into that drift. It was real slow water. Very soft take, indicator barely moved. Fish is coming at us, so I'm going to strip in the line. Once you have that fish under control, we'll reel in, get that slack picked up out of your way. Another nice rainbow here. Took that fire bead worm. Beautiful thick trout. Oh, nice healthy fish. Nice healthy fish there. Beautiful Wyoming rainbow trout. Let him go back. Healthy fish.
If you would like to purchase any of the products featured in this video today, visit our retail partner, Wind River Outdoor Company, at windriveroutdoorcompany.com and visit the description for a discount code and link provided. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel.